one reason only, to talk about Fifi and Bobo. Not named by me, but I do find them as acceptable names, more than acceptable names. Took me a while to remember them. It works pretty well, though.
Mm-hmm.
Fifi and Bobo. Here's the deal. I never really thought about growing out my armpit hair until No Shave November of 2019. And I just thought, well, that sounds fun. I want to play. It was kind of that type of thing. Like, it's probably nice to not shave for a whole month, so let's go for it. And I actually made it through, and this is including my legs. My legs I have not shaved since December 13th or somewhere around there. My legs and my armpits. There was a Christmas party I had to shave for the Christmas party. I was wearing a strapless dress, and I just was not brave enough at that point to show armpit hair to my bosses and the owners of the company. I wasn't ready for that yet. But I figured that if I tried again, I could get to the point where I was comfortable enough to lift my arms in public or whatever. It's really, the whole thing has been an experiment to see myself outside my personal comfort zone. And that has led us to Fifi and Bobo, which are now like fully grown. And sometimes when I look in the mirror, I just can't believe what's going on in there. It's crazy. It's like over an inch long. And it's soft. And it's like darker than my normal hair. It's been, I don't know, my friend, she was like, "You're so proud of your armpit hair." It's not really the armpit hair I'm proud of, it's what the armpit hair represents, which is giving less of a fuck about what people think. Because when I thought about participating in No Shave November or growing out my armpit hair, there was no reason for me to not do it except for being chicken, and I just thought that was a terrible reason, and so commenced the experiment of growing it out. So yeah.
So when was the last time you actually shaved it?
The last time I actually shaved it was December 12th or 13th. It was right before the party. The party was on the 14th. So probably the 13th.
So given that today is May 3rd, how long has that been?
So it's been December, January, February, March, April, almost 6 months. Oh my gosh. Wow. Doing anything for 6 months is a long time. Yeah. Yeah. And I have thought about shaving recently because I'm just like, whatever, at this point, I feel comfortable showing it to people, and I feel comfortable in public. Sometimes I can feel somebody looking at me, or maybe I'm just paranoid and I can feel somebody looking at me for it, but one of the reasons that I did this was so that not only I could be outside my comfort zone, but so that other people could see something that they don't normally see, and it just kind of be an expansion process for everybody, I guess. I don't know if it's been successful for other people, but it has for me.
So this has been expanding for you? Expansive for you? In what ways?
Yeah. Well, I don't know what example would be good for a male to understand, but for women, armpit hair, at least in America, is not popular, and so to do something that is against the grain, and it's one thing to think about doing it, And it's a totally different ball game to actually do it and keep doing it. So just, you know, when I'm in front of the mirror and I'm like, oh my God, there's that kind of, or there used to be that inner battle of, do I feel ashamed of my hair? Or do I care what other people think? Or how much do I care what somebody thinks when they look at me? And going through that whole little battle, I think, is a good exercise. It has been for me, at least, because I feel better for having done it. You know, growing out of my comfort zone. I think that's really healthy, within reason. You know, and I'm not hurting anybody.
Did you do any kind of research as to how it became like customary for women to shave their armpits? Like how long people have been doing it?
No, I haven't. My biological knowledge tells me that, you know, the woman is really celebrated for being this sleek, slick, soft thing. And so the more of that we can be, the better, you know, for attracting a mate or social stuff, whatever. I forgot where I was going with that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my biological train of thought. So we're conditioned to be soft and hairless, and that's what will get the attention we want. So maybe we just have latched onto that. Although that's not how it is in every country. And there's a lot about the U.S. culture that maybe represses.
Do you think that the U.S. has a healthy...
Hold on, you have a mosquito on your head. Okay.
Do you think the U.S. has a healthy relationship with their bodies and their body images?
Well, it's one thing to talk about an individual and another thing to talk about a collection of people and the average behavior amongst a whole group, because an average doesn't necessarily represent what's actually going on. I think that our culture has something to do with it, though. What was your original question?
If the U.S. culture has a healthy relationship with their bodies and body
we have
image.
a healthy relationship with our bodies. I would say that a lot of people don't. I would almost venture to say that not having a healthy relationship with your body is something that possibly is a test for every human that's ever born. And some people have a shorter phase of it, but I know I had a long period of my life where I wasn't in a good relationship with my body at all. I was very disrespectful to my body and didn't really understand what it meant to have a healthy relationship with your body. It's something that you can grow through and grow out of, but it takes conscious, consistent self-love, which is not taught from a lot of people I know. I think it's probably, I would guess that it's more rare for somebody to have a healthy relationship with their body than it is to find somebody who doesn't.
Do you think this experience, this experiment, helped you have more self-love for your body?
Yeah, because I really wanted to know what I looked like naturally. And, you know, what I am naturally is what it is. And so this stuff, I guess it's kind of cool that I can grow it. You know, I found myself in my car, like when I'm bored driving, twisting it a little bit, which some people might find to be totally disturbing. but that's almost like like how guys will mess with their beard. Kind of gives me something to fidget with. Totally weird.
Do you think more women should grow out their armpit hair?
Do I think more women should grow their armpit hair out? I think it would be really great, really cool if more women pushed their own boundaries or whatever, but I don't know if saying should is... I think people should do what makes them happy. It just so happens that expanding my boundaries makes me stimulated, which makes me happy.
But it's probably not going to be a fashion trend.
I think it already has been a fashion trend because at some point in time, I think I was in college, I saw a lot of pictures of women who were dyeing their armpit hair, like greens and pinks and all sorts of stuff. It was a phase that didn't last too long, but I remember looking at those pictures like, wow, they must be so brave. Which brings me to a thought that has really solidified this journey for me, is that I don't know what better proves that women in our society are repressed other than the fact that it takes bravery to grow out armpit hair. It's such a non-consequential thing. It's like such a non-grand thing, and it's my body. So I'll quit talking about that.
Well, what are your final closing thoughts on your experiment?
I think that any woman who wants to grow as a woman would probably benefit from trying it. You don't have to go as far as I did, but just, let it grow for a week and whatever. When I first started growing it out, I wasn't out like wearing tank tops and strapless stuff. I wasn't comfortable at first, but I figured I would get to that point. It is really cool to watch your progress. Like, I can see myself grow through it because I do things now that I wouldn't have done then. Like, then I wouldn't have grown it out in the first place. Then I wouldn't have, climbed a tree in front of who knows who's watching and giving them an opportunity to see it. Then I wouldn't have posted a picture of it on Instagram or done a whole video about it to share with people what it's been like, but I would do it now. There's probably lots of other things that I would do that might be really good for me. So yeah, it'd be cool to see other ladies try it, just see what happens. It's really not that bad. And ladies, the guys don't hate it as much as maybe we have been conditioned that they do. Yeah, I think I'll leave it at that. So, if you are afraid of being unattractive, if a guy calls you unattractive for having armpit hair, thank God that you grew it so you know to kick that bozo out of your life. That's so lame. Let's see, other closing thoughts? Closing thoughts about armpit hair. I do like the names Fifi and Bobo. And I might shave. I could shave at any point. That's the thing about like growing and change and all sorts of stuff. Just because I say and do one thing right now doesn't mean I'm going to be exactly the same in the next moment. I might shave it and be like, that's just what I want to be like right now. I don't have to be Martha, the hairy armpit girl, or Martha, the sleek, shaven vixen. I can be both, or all of them at the same time. And there are lots of other things outside and between those two things. So, I think it's been a great experience. And it's also a good, like, test of fortitude to say, I'm going to do something, anything, whether it's, like, running a marathon or growing out your armpit hair, just to say you're going to do something and then do it regardless of what anybody else thinks. So, that's my take on armpit hair and leg hair. Check it out. So fuzzy. That's what I have to say. If you have any questions about what it's like to grow out armpit hair, feel free to drop them in the comments below. I'd love to answer your questions. Fifi and Bobo would love to answer your questions. Also, got a book out. It's called The What If Journal. Co-created with Steve McAllister. You can go on Amazon and search Martha Robinson What If. Get it for $10. It's awesome. More videos come on that later.